The old capital ship, the Ghost of Winter, launched from its underground hangar shortly after the battle against No Light concluded. It was the first time it had flown in 30 years, and it did so without its captain. Lance Pulsar had been making his way toward the ship as soon as the alarm sounded. Just 200 feet away from the airlock, a rod had hit Pluto and pierced the middle of corridor D-17. His nervous system wouldn't have even had time to communicate that something had hit him. As more and more breaches occurred, Nova Carlisle, your security chief, used her photographic memory of the station blueprints to reroute everyone else through whatever paths were safest. The only other casualty was Jane Forte, who lost her balance during one of the early impacts and hit the back of her head hard on a table. Dignity Lee took her to the medbay and stitched her up. She'll be fine, but she's resting for a bit while the skin gel does its thing. You and your mechs are safely inside the Ghost of Winter. Would you like to update any ties?
Yeah, I think Mayve will have a couple of ties that she'll want to establish.
All right.
I think for Atropos, Maeve's tie is, he took my fucking arms.
Atropos took my fucking arms. Okay.
You sure fucking did.
And as, okay, sorry, I'm peeking at the character sheet and I see the tie Luke just put down for Atropos.
Yeah, Luke, would you like to read that tie?
Oh yeah, I've got Mayve as a violent, petulant child. She disgusts me.
Okay. And I think Mayve is also going to establish one for Dax, which is, Dax is an old man, who clings to, that's too wordy. Dax clings to the old ways.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Dax clings to the old ways. Luke, would you like to go over your other tie or add any others?
Sure, I already said Mave's. I've also got, how can Lákhesis have seen the same things I've seen and failed to learn the same lessons? And then less wordy, for Dax, I just have Dax knows better.
Alrighty. Maxie.
Yeah, for Lákhesis' ties, I have Atropos isn't being responsible or realistic, he's just afraid. And I must show Dax that I am worthy of his trust.
Alright, got any for anybody else?
Not at this time, I don't think, no.
Alright. Lexi.
Okay, so I wrote down my tie for Lákhesis, pretty quick. I need to keep Lákhesis under control.
Okay.
I don't think I have an opinion on Atropos yet. For Maeve, I'm going to say the kid's going to get herself killed.
All right, Maeve's going to get herself killed. Alrighty.
For Fleur...
Sure.
I have... Fleur is a fool, and she'll either save us all or doom us.
Fleur will either... Actually, I like that full thing. Fool who will either save or doom us.
Can I actually add one for Fleur also?
Yeah, sure.
Fleur doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, that seems pretty clear at this point.
Yep.
Fleur doesn't know what she's doing. Okay. Speaking of Fleur, Anodyne has assumed control of the Ghost of Winter. I think you all head up to the bridge to find her sitting in the captain's seat, pulling up some navigation charts as she gets ready to... looks like she's getting ready to point you in a direction and start up the craft's frameshift drive. Sawbuck Turn is also here sitting at what would traditionally be a comms channel. Nova Carlisle also present, currently standing next to Floor chatting with her. You catch them mentioning the planet Uranus as you get closer. I think Floor hears the doors open to the bridge and turns around to see Dax and Mayve and says, "I'm glad to see you're unharmed. We have to get a move on quickly, though."
Can I just, as a bit of flavor, say that as Mayve is walking around, she's constantly bumping her big-ass metal arms into things without meaning to. So it's just clang, clang, cling, like everywhere she goes.
But they're probably not that good at, like, really fine motor movement.
I'm sure they aren't.
Like...
Well,
you keep trying to, like, drink a
if,
glass of water and just smashing the glass.
Even if they were, like, I have to imagine it's going to take a while to
right.
Acclimate to them. In response to Floor, Dax is going to be like, you might want to check that again, Doc. I think you'll find that at least one of us is pretty harmed.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this fucking mech.
Atropos was always a bit hot-headed.
You think? He ripped off my arms.
Real brilliant plan you had there, waking these things up so that they can kill us before the damn Terrans can.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, they're...
Lákhesis is the sweetest girl alive.
They're not going to kill you. Even Atropos wouldn't kill you. They need your consciousness for their drives to work in the first place.
Sorry,
Seems
I'm
like
just now...
Seems like that one didn't even want their drive to work.
I'm just now realizing that Lákhesis is straight up the, like... Why were you mad at me island?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, speaking of which, Lákhesis Atropos, you can, like, your drives can pretty easily, like, sync up with, the Ghost of Winter's, like, communication systems. Like, you can hear and, like, respond to anything that is happening here.
I have nothing to say.
Okay. I think to your point about Atropos, Floor just responds. He says that, but he did go out there eventually.
Yeah, we kind of had to pull him out, and it was only to save our asses. Speaking of, Nova, do we know how they found us?
Nova frowns and says, we are pretty sure the Eidolon drive they were using was specifically designed to call out to other Eidolon drives to almost... Have you ever played Marco Polo?
No.
I was always more of a Napoleonic Wars buff.
It's a game where someone says, we're like, you hide from each other. There's one person who's running around in a confined space, and someone else, and like a bunch of other people who close their eyes, and they have to find the one person. And the people who have their eyes closed can say Marco at any time. And the person hiding has to respond Polo. I think that's sort of what this was doing. It was attempting to force a response from any active, undamaged Eidolon drives. And it worked.
We think they're going to keep doing it?
Well, this specific thing, who knows? Unlikely. They might have just gotten lucky with how this drive's power manifested. Will they send more Eidolons after us? That seems like an almost certainty.
So what are we going to do about it?
Floor responds this time. We're going to take the fight to them and finish what the Leviathan started.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
So, there are a few things we're going to have to do first. First of all, we're going to need to figure out how the Eidolon drives got forcibly shut down by Terra in the first place. To do that, I'm going to need to get some research equipment to study the busted drive from the scout ship. I believe our best bet for that will be the gas harvesting station on Uranus.
What's so
Is that
funny?
Lachesis laughing?
I'm sorry, did Max...
Yeah, is that...
Oh, okay, that's Lachesis laughing at that? Beautiful.
Lachesis, I thought you were more mature than that.
There are several gas giants in this solar system. That's the one we're picking?
Yes, because it's one of the few friendly gas harvesting stations that still exists in these parts, and I happen to know at least one of the researchers there, and I know for a fact that they have instruments delicate enough that I can extract some of the Eidolon drive without busting anything.
I mean, you don't want to bust on Uranus.
Oh, Mayve.
I think Mayve is not... Alright, maybe Lachesis is okay.
In any case, once we've got that done, then we should stop by some other planets or satellites to recruit some more people to work on this ship. We currently have a skeleton crew, and that might work well enough for the near future, as long as we avoid conflict, but the closer we get to Earth, the more we're going to encounter resistance, and we are not going to want to have simply 3 people manning this ship. And finally, once we get to Earth, well, the original plan was for the Leviathans to simply crush Earth with overwhelming force. That seems unlikely now, since they also will likely have Leviathan defenses. What could work, however, is the backup plan. Back in the day when we were discussing the final assault on Earth, we had an emergency plan just in case Terra had found a way to counter the Leviathan's power. It was something of a psychic bomb. Clotho, Atropos, and Lákhesis, well, really any 3 Leviathan Eidolon drives, but those were the 3 that were still around at the time, could link up and send out a essentially psychic shockwave, powerful enough to disable the Terran Alliance's military communications network. Their whole military essentially runs on a very simplified early prototype version of what the Eidolon drives are. It's how I got the idea for the Eidolon drives in the first place. If you manage to overwrite that, they will have no forces. Well, technically they will have forces, but not at anywhere near the strength of coordination to prove a threat to even standard outer sphere weapons.
You say psychic shockwave, that sounds like it could... mean, look, I want to take the fight to them, but also I know there's a lot of people on Earth that are just people. Would a psychic shockwave affect them?
Temporarily, perhaps, but there's no permanent danger.
All right.
How can you be so sure?
Because I've tested it.
Tested it how?
That's for me to know.
No,
Sure.
I think that's for us to know.
With what you're talking about, I don't think we can have anything on a needs-to-know basis. We all need to understand everything that's happening here if you expect any of this to work.
All right. Fine. This should work on a smaller scale. Atropos, Lákhesis, if you don't mind, please link your minds together and attempt to send out a thought that simply says, shut down.
I have no objection.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how I respond to this. I think I don't answer.
Atropos.
Atropos is fine. There's only one thing that this will disrupt.
It was lonely.
Yes, I bet it was.
It just wanted someone to understand it.
Atropos, I'm not any happier about what we did to it, but it was threatening the lives of everybody on this planet.
We had disabled its offensive capabilities.
Its existence was specifically designed to make it incapable of living. I offered to see if we could have it repaired or altered.
As long as that drive was active, it was highly likely that they would know every single where we were at any moment at any time. It is unfortunate that an Eidolon who was newly born was used for that purpose. However, it is like sending an attack dog at someone. You can't not deal with the dog.
The dog
much as-
was dealt with. It was down. And someone decided that wasn't good enough. Someone decided to put a gun to its temple and pull the trigger.
You can just say my name, right? Like, we all know.
I think you feel like heat building up in your arms.
Oh, great, so you can do that too. Cool. Look, I don't regret what happened. Like I said, the best thing we could do was show it mercy.
Mercy! That's what you call that! No, no, no. That was you acting out your own violent impulses on a defenseless creature. That was you pulling the wings off of a fly.
That was me saving the lives of everyone
We
here.
were saved! That
Were
was
we?
already done and dealt
Were
with.
we? You could guarantee that there wouldn't be some failsafe. It wouldn't explode in our hull. It wouldn't have had secret weapon stores that we hadn't analyzed. No. You have no
If
way
you
of
had just
knowing that.
gone out there and dealt with it the first time when you first woke up, then Lance would still be alive, you piece of shit.
Maybe we should self-destruct this ship right now. For all we know, they snuck a bomb onto it and they're waiting for us to dock.
Oh,
Lance
yeah.
is
We have to predict any possible attempted subterfuge, right? So why don't we do that? Oh no, I suppose that would involve sacrificing your life, so that's a bad idea.
Oh,
Lákhesis,
yeah.
send the shutdown order.
Sending.
There's definitely the same between saying there might be a bomb hidden on here versus a ship that actively killed people. Actively killed people that people in this room care about.
Lákhesis, you send a thought as strong as you can that says, shut down. You see Floor clutch her arm, sway a bit, and then drop to the floor. Both Nova Carlisle and Sawbuck both get up. Nova quickly takes a what looks like a sort of, it looks a bit like a taser out of her like coat pocket, and turns a dial and presses it to Floor's chest and hits the button. Floor receives a shock, and her eyes open again. Well, that was about as unpleasant as the first time I tried that.
Hold on. So they can stop your heart.
I don't think...
I have a device that keeps my... I guess it's like a pacemaker, but it keeps my heart in check. That works off a very similar system.
Okay, so yeah, there's nothing to worry about if we try to do this sort of thing on Earth.
You're proposing to kill every civilian with a pacemaker to win this war.
This was a invention of my own design. I felt that the typical electronics were too unreliable.
Okay,
I wanted
but
to...
you see the problem here, right? Like, if this can happen, we don't know what else can happen. You haven't accounted for any variables in this plan.
Is that the only piece of tech you have in you?
Yes.
Would you have died without it?
It would have been dicey.
In that case, I am inclined to agree with Atropos. This plan, as you are presenting it, is unacceptable.
One thing Atropos and I can agree on, I guess.
Look, it's highly unlikely that they are actually using this for any civilian purposes. And even if they are, do you have a better idea to deal with Terra?
Well, it doesn't even... Even if we don't have a better idea, I mean, 1/3 of your 3-part plan is never going to go along with it. Maybe 2, depending on Lákhesis.
And what afterwards? So we shut down their defenses. What then? What's the rest of the plan?
Then we mop them up.
We mop them up. So we just, what? Kill everyone who's in our way?
They'll be given a chance to surrender.
And then what?
We'd only be killing Terran soldiers, right?
Of course.
And what when they're all dead? We just swoop in and we say, we're the government now? How well do you think that's going to go over? What about all the loyalists on Earth who maybe weren't fighting at the moment, but see us come in and pull the worldwide coup?
Loyalists can be convinced.
Two super weapons and a ship of like 8 people are gonna swoop in and just establish a new world government. That's the plan.
It's not going to be just us. We're going to stop by some rebellion hotspots, for example, Titan, and recruit others who are still fighting the fight.
I'm just saying, the war isn't over when the army surrenders. You need to understand that. Or all we're doing is just creating another cycle of rebellion.
That's all humanity ever does.
The reason why I'm suggesting this plan in the first place is because there is still a third Eidolon drive. Clotho never died, Atropos. I get readings on every single Eidolon drive I ever made. I know exactly where they are and if they're still active. Clotho's drive never shut off. I still get faint readings from it, and it's on Earth.
If that is true, then she is not yours.
Does that bother you as much as it bothers me?
Does it bother me that she doesn't belong to you? No, it does not.
Not does she belong to me, but she belongs to Earth now. Earth has her. You think she's being kept there because she wants to be there? They destroyed her frame. She couldn't go if she wanted to.
Can I don't know, with the way this setting works, I don't know if I can pull this information in a way that makes sense, but I would like to try to dredge the undertow because I am inherently suspicious of Floor. And
Sure.
I want to see if I can, find evidence backing up what she says, or that she's lying, or what.
Yeah, how are you trying to do this? Are you trying to remember something about what happened? Are you trying to, read Floor herself?
I think I'm trying to read Floor herself. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that will be... What's your biz here? 2. Okay. That's the Hierophant and the Star.
I can take the Star here.
Alrighty. Let's see. A new path reveals itself. I'll make sure I know what the specific positive thing is for Dredge.
It doesn't have a specific.
Oh, right. It's not Dredge that has a specific. It's the downtime move that's commune with the undertow. Never mind.
Right.
Okay.
Dredge is just you tick the clock if it's negative.
Right. Okay. Floor has definitely lied before. She's not the most trustworthy person imaginable. But also, she is a person who cares deeply about 2 things. 1, the outer sphere cause to a radical extent. And 2, her children, the Leviathans. She genuinely believes that Clotho is being held captive against her will on Earth. And regardless of what Clotho feels about her, she hates the idea that could be happening.
I will help recover Clotho.
Okay. And in that case, is everyone at least okay with a rescue mission?
I have no objections.
Yep.
Dax?
This I can get behind.
Very well. I will consider the plan to strike back at Earth as tabled until further notice. And we will not discuss it again until we retrieve Clotho. From here on out, this is a rescue operation. That said, that doesn't change the fact that we need to make sure that we protect your Leviathans against whatever shut them down the first time. Wouldn't do us much good to get to Earth and then have that happen again. Leviathans Atropos, do you remember anything before you went to sleep?
I remember that Clotho was forced to take drastic measures to ensure a retreat, but little else.
Did you not just demonstrate that Leviathans can shut down other technology built on the same foundation?
That is true.
And we already know that the Terrans have Leviathans of their own.
That will make this a little tricky. I will have to consider that possibilities. Perhaps there's some sort of shielding I can apply to your consciousness. Anyway, that's something I'll consider for later. First, we need equipment. Uranus should have that, as well as perhaps some supplies for us for our journey. We didn't have much time to gather supplies and food for the journey. The Ghost of Winter comes pre-stocked with some, but that wasn't primarily where we were storing that stuff.
I'm gonna book the gym until we get there. No one go in.
Nova Carlisle says, "Understood. There is a lock on the door that you can activate."
Thank you. And I think she goes to salute and clunks herself in the fucking head. It goes,
I think before you go, Sawbuck asks, "Hey, is there like a time you want to be alerted to, or?"
let me know like an hour before we get there.
Okay, will do.
Can I communicate to Atropos through like the arms, like on a private like mental channel or something?
I'm gonna say that because of your drive's length, your drive's link. Because of your drive's link, you two can communicate just normally through your minds. Like, it's just a thing you can do.
We have unsettled business.
I disagree.
Too bad. And we can cut to it, but we're gonna settle it in the ring. But I don't want to cut off any other scenes that people were wanting to have, so unless we want to go straight to it, whatever y'all would prefer.
I'm fine going straight to it.
Okay. Then yeah, I think Mayve goes into the gym, and there's like a boxing ring in the gym, and locks the door behind her and go, "So, you're in my head now, right? Vice versa?"
Unfortunately.
Great. Whatever. Can you, manifest? I don't know can I see you?
I'm trying to think. I think it just says, I don't know what you're attempting, but let me make something extremely clear, since apparently I haven't yet. I have no interest in speaking with you. I have no interest in spending time with you. When needed, I will allow you into the cockpit so that we can perform this rescue mission, but other than that, I hate you.
You know what I've spent my... You know, I'm only 20. I've barely been around 2 decades, and for about 10 years of that, half my life, I've been fighting tooth and nail. And you know how I did that?
I don't care.
Shut the fuck up and let me talk. You ripped off my arms, give me that. And I think hearing the silence, she goes, "I use my hands." And, like, she used the big, clunky, like, she can't even do, like, the finger roll right. Like, it's all clunky and slow. I fought with them. I put together fucking scrap metal to try and resell it. I dug in pits when all I could get was shitty little mining gigs before I joined up with the rebellion. My entire life has been built by my hands and what I can do with them. And now I can't feel. You did that. For all your big moral stances of not wanting to hurt people or take lives, you've taken away the one thing I'm good at, the one thing that can carry me through this life. So get off your fucking high horse and meet me in the ring.
Iris, can I make Zoe dazzle me?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got bad glam. I got 1 glam.
Yeah, your glam is...
It's not great.
Glam is 1. You
It's
keep
not great.
doing shonen speeches with really terrible glam.
Okay, you don't need to call me out like that.
Oh, hey, good news, though. You got the sun.
Hey! Hell yeah.
Atropos, this feisty, beat-up child has really lit a fire in you.
I wasn't ready for child.
I'm only 20 years old.
I'm a 20-year-old. I have to pay taxes.
Compared to almost everyone else in on
relatively,
the ship,
sure.
yes, you are a child. It's like...
All right. Let me think of how I react here then. I think I'm gonna say, I told you during the fight, I was not going to let you wield my power until you felt it yourself. If you want to feel it some more, then very well. And yeah, sure. I think a holographic human-scaled Atropos appears in the boxing ring.
I think literally as soon as it manifests, she punches you in the face.
Okay, give me a scrap.
Okay, that's much better. Well, it's one better. It's two.
Okay. The lovers or justice?
I think justice.
Okay. The situation becomes more fair. Yeah, so go ahead and go down to Winded.
Okay.
Because you're gonna take some damage from
That's
this.
fine.
Atropos,
I think it's
you would
both of
both
us.
go down to
Yeah.
Windows. Atropos, how would you fight back here?
How would I fight back? I think, I would try to just, like, move to block the punch. I mentioned I've got kind of these big, metal, like, plating, almost like shields, like, bolted onto the outsides of my arms, and I would just try to, like, block and deflect, and then just, like, drive a fist into Maeve's gut, just, like, repeatedly.
Okay.
I'm not here for friendly sparring. I'm here to put her down.
We're
Yeah.
beating the shit out of each other.
I think what happens here is Mayve goes in for her punch. Atropos, you bring up one arm to shield you, and then try and hit her back. And you do successfully accomplish that. And Mayve, you do get hit in the gut, and like, you are pretty stunned by it. But Atropos, there is a lot more power behind Maeve's fist than you initially suspected. Maybe it's just because you aren't taking her seriously at all. Maybe it's because she's really fired up and putting a lot more weight behind it than even she was expecting to. Combination of both. But like, if this weren't a hologram, if this weren't like a solid light version of yourself, like, you're pretty sure you would have like some cracks forming in your like internal,
I was
quote
thinking
unquote,
maybe not even
musculature.
solid light so much as like if someone else interacted with this hologram, it would just be a hologram. But because of our psychic link, I can kind of like feel it.
We're doing
Yeah,
psychic
yeah.
damage to each other via punches.
Yeah,
exactly.
like if she were like if this were a real fight and she were you size, like you would expect to feel some like cracks forming in like your internal quote unquote musculature.
Right.
It hurts a lot.
I want to use everything as a nail. When you try to overcome an obstacle, Atropos, by applying the skill you've mastered, boxing, draw Ellie and use the following
Okay.
instead of your card's forecast. So, give me 3, please.
Okay. Aside here, this is probably the last draw I'm going to do for this because I don't want to spend time on it.
Yeah. No,
That's fair.
yeah, 100%.
But yeah, okay. Okay, Ellie, your Ellie is 3. The Moon, Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess.
Cool. I want to use Encore. Once per session, when you use everything as a nail and draw no positive cards, you can describe what you've done to train yourself specifically to apply your mastered skill to the situation, and push yourself without ticking the clock.
I'm going to get to describe how you trained yourself to fight robots.
I think she has. Because I assume there's a mech troop, like small drones, like robo drones.
Yeah. There'd be automated drone.
Yeah, and
robots,
she's had to face them in hand-to-hand combat before, so she knows she can't rely on the usual if you punch someone, they're shocked and reeling from the damage. A robot just keeps going.
All right, I'll accept that.
Yeah,
I'll accept that. You get the Hierophant.
Okay, well, not as great as I wanted it to be, but okay.
Y'all used up a lot of positive cards already.
We did. It was worth it. I'm going to go with the Hierophant. I think that's the more interesting of these options.
You don't get to pick. You pushed yourself.
Oh, great. Then I'm glad I went with the Hierophant.
All right, the Hierophant, you discover something. Let me think here.
Can I describe the move that I'm picturing her doing, and then you say what we discover?
Yeah, sure. What move do you picture yourself doing?
As Atropos is hammering body blows, I think she does a little dirty boxing and wraps her arm around his arm, so he can't get away, and then she just starts punching him when he's locked in close.
Luke, this might be a little much to ask, but you were active for a good portion of the war. Did you suffer any particular injury that maybe Mayve could be finding out about right now?
Oh, I
Something
see.
that never really got fixed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been in a lot of Tours of Comet. There's probably, we can definitely say there's some kind of maybe stress fracture, spider web crack in some kind of part of the metal frame, And obviously you're not literally damaging it, but I can feel it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Where do you want that to be? Maybe the cockpit?
Just lower rib, like the side, kind of where my kidney would be if I had one of those.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think, Mayve, as you are punching that area, Atropos is, you are, it's hurting a lot more than you expected.
Yeah.
You are taking damage in an area where you remember during one of the first ambushes from Terran forces that you ever encountered, they had attempted to destroy the locking mechanisms for the cockpit area to almost try to make the cockpit door eject out, just burst out into space and deal with you that way. You had enough presence of mind to protect that area, though, but instead you got hit by some really large, high velocity projectiles in your side, where your around where your kidney area would have been. And I think the thing you discover, Atropos, as well, is that Mayve is single-minded and leaves herself open.
Huh? I think Mayve drops the arm, and I assume Atropos staggers back. She goes, "That hurt?"
Yeah, I mean, I think it hurts real fucking bad, and I think I'm just channeling that into anger to, while you're busy gloating like a dumb shit, just drive my steel fist into your face.
I think Maybe gets clocked, and like blood runs out of her nose as a nosebleed, because like this isn't causing physical damage, but like her body knows, I got punched in the nose, I should be bleeding, nosebleed. And I think she just wipes it and she goes, all right, let's keep going. And I think it's just boxing back and forth, beating the shit out of each other until we get there.
Put both of you down to battered. Lákhesis, Dax, this isn't going to be... There's not enough time happening in between, this and the arrival at Uranus to be a proper downtime, but are you two doing anything in the couple hours it'll take to reach Uranus?
Well, we're not
getting lunch together. Just
we're
having
not
a nice
beating
day.
the shit out of each other. I can tell you that much.
I love it. Lákhesis and Dax looking over like, what the fuck is wrong with them?
I don't think Dax would be making any overtures, but I feel like Lákhesis might.
Yeah, what would you say Dax is doing? Because it's not like Lákhesis can really go anywhere.
Right, but at the same time, Lákhesis is kind of everywhere, in a sense.
Right, no, I'm thinking she'll just kind of bother him,
right,
whatever he's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Dax is trying to write down his thoughts about Lance.
Okay. What does Dax remember about Lance?
Well, that's the problem. This is something Dax has always tried to do whenever he loses somebody in combat. Sit down and just write something to remember that person, even if he didn't know them very well. Just something to preserve the memory of the life that was lost. And he sucks at it. He's terrible at it. He's not very in touch with his emotions. He doesn't like to think about people when they're gone, but he forces himself to do it because he feels like he needs to. And his feelings about Lance were complicated. He respected him for his career, for the things he did, but he just really did not like him as a person at all. Thought he was obnoxious, really. A little too gung-ho about everything, a little too, I guess, coming off as cocky, maybe. And a little too willing to indulge stupid, bad ideas like everything Fleur's been doing. And now it's gotten him killed. And that's an unfair thing to say, because of course that's not what got him killed. His death was... it was the kind of death he would have wanted, right? Not necessarily in this way, but... he was still fighting the good fight. He went down still trying to do what he wanted to do. And... that's more than Dax thought would happen to him after he gave up. And even here, he's mostly here hoping this whole damn thing will fail, because he thinks the consequences of it getting as far as Fleur wants it to will be worse. And he's the one who's still here, and Lance, the one who wanted to see it succeed. He didn't make it. And that's not fair either. And all that's in his head, but he has no idea how to get it on paper. He's started to write, maybe gotten a couple sentences in, and then scribbled it out, threw out that piece, grabbed another piece, started again. And he's been at it for about 20 minutes now.
Dax, I don't mean to bother you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well,
We should have opposite pilots so much.
So funny.
I was wondering if you knew what happened to... I can guess what happened to Bullet and Victor, more or less, but I was wondering if you knew what happened to their bodies.
Those were the last pilots.
My only pilot, as far as I can recall.
Before I answer, Iris, is this information that you have already come up with?
I hadn't decided specifically on anything yet.
Okay.
All I knew, quote unquote, is that they both had died in that final battle.
Okay.
But I hadn't decided on the specific reason.
All right. All right. In that case, I'm going to say, how much do you remember of everything that happened before you, let's say, went to sleep?
I know that we were fighting, and I know that we were losing, and that Clotho and Aaron decided to destroy themselves in the hopes of winning the war. The fact that Clotho's core is even intact is something of a shock to me. But a welcome shock, I suppose.
So you don't really remember what happened after that?
I do not.
Well, that makes sense. From what Fleur tells me, all of you, well, I guess all of us now, human-machine interfaces. That's not a good word. I can't think of the word.
Would partners be presumptuous?
No, that I think works. Whatever connects you and me is part of a larger thing that, in a way, connects all of us. Obviously, we can't necessarily connect to the others the way we can, you and me, but, that machine out there was able to reach out and find us, even though we didn't even know it was there, and it didn't know where we were. Fleur says when a linked pair does what they did, the aftershocks of that ripple out. Anyone else who's connected within whatever this Eidolon drive thing is felt that. I think for you machines, you reacted to that by kind of shutting off, but humans weren't quite so lucky. We're a lot more emotional, I've been on a lot of battlefields where bad things happen, and it doesn't take much to tip a soldier over the edge to lose their mind, to go mad. I've seen battle madness before. I've seen people, the bravest people I know, become weeping cowards. I've seen the meekest man on the squad become a berserk killing machine. And I saw your pilots, both of them, go absolutely mad. They took a lot of people out before taking themselves out, and I don't think they had any idea which ones were on which side. And quite frankly, by that point, I'm not sure there were any sides left.
She wouldn't have liked that happening to her.
No one should have that happen to them. I doubt this will make you feel better, but they weren't the only ones to lose it on that battlefield.
I appreciate knowing, if nothing else.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry that you still have to be here for this. I can tell that it weighs on you. And I appreciate that you are willing to bear with me until we plot a course forward.
Lákhesis, Lákhesis, I'm sorry.
That is something I've been meaning to ask. How are you wanting us to pronounce?
I've been going Lákhesis.
Lákhesis? Okay,
that's what
good.
it says on the Wikipedia page.
That is also what I've been going with.
Yeah,
Lakiki.
Dax just isn't good with these sorts of things.
I like that as a character.
Yeah.
I'm really sad I don't, it doesn't fit the character. See, this is what's great about being the GM, because I could just introduce a character that just says Lackey to, and I can't do that.
Maybe I'll work that one in.
Now, see, the thing is, Luke, you could have, but that's not the kind of guy Atropos is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Atropos doesn't have a secret Mario fandom.
If you're the GM, you can always have another guy that comes in and has whatever personality trait you want.
Well, now, Luke, you're forgetting that I have done that regardless. That's my that's my special trick.
Fuck, wait. Every campaign I've ever been on with Maxie now makes so much sense.
Trying to figure out which of these existing NPCs I've made would be most likely to call you Lakitu. My gut says Chip.
I love that through this, partners? Yeah, we can be part of. And then you cut to the gym and it's just beating the shit out of each other.
Anyway, let me retake that line.
Sure.
Lákhesis, I get the feeling that you appreciate directness, upfrontness. So, I'm just going to tell you. The reason I'm doing this is because I owe Flora Anodyne a lot. And because I am, quite frankly, terrified that what she's trying to do is going to get us all killed. And I just want to be here to try and stop it. If I have to. And if that means we're working together for the time being, then I'm not going to get in the way of that. But I genuinely think you, and especially your friend, would have been better off remaining asleep.
I believe Atropos would agree with you, but I also believe it is wrong. I think life is a precious thing, and I would rather be alive and miserable than comatose in comfort. Comatose in Comfort might be a pretty good name for an album. Has anybody considered that?
I think I read a book like that once.
If you have it lying around, transfer the text to me. I could really use something to read.
Okay, how do you feel about cheap dime store romance novels?
You hear a voice over the comm system say, we're approaching Uranus.
Well, back to it, I suppose.
The Sorry, were you?
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think a freshly showered Mayve shows up on the bridge. Not like she wouldn't have any bruising, but if anyone knows her, you'd be like, "Did you just get out of a fight?"
I have a question. Are the arms waterproof, or did she have to take them off and figure out a way to wash with just her teeth, or what?
Yeah, Atropos, how bad was this fate you saddled her with?
Oh, they don't come off. We said they cauterize to your flesh. I think you had to bag them up to take a shower.
No, I'm.
Thank you. Yes, please, please.
No,
God.
I'm gonna say if the Leviathans are as durable as they are, the arms are not gonna care about some low pressure shower water.
I just like the idea of her having to duct tape trash bags to her arms.
I know you like that idea.
Yeah, you fucker.
I'm gonna give a little break to Mayve here.
Turn the water on and just the circuit panels pop open on purpose.
Yeah, no, you little Atropos, stop being a dick.
The Ghost of Winter exits frame shift, and you are just above Uranus's atmosphere. And Sawbuck attempts to contact the harvesting station below. Currently not visible to the naked eye, since it is deep within the cloud layer. But you can see it on your radar. He says, Sechi Station 3, do you copy? There is a pause for about half a minute. No response. Sawbuck tries again. Sechi Station 3, do you copy? This is the Ghost of Winter. We're just looking for a resupply. Still no response. That's strange. Nova chimes in. Normally there should be someone manning the comms at all times. If there isn't, and Fleur finishes, then something may have happened to them. Fleur turns around and looks at Dax and Mayve. I think we're going to need your Leviathans to take flight again. We can't be sure there are any hostiles in the area, but it's a possibility.
I mean, no promises I can get mine in the air, but it can't hurt just being out there.
Reconnaissance. We'll reevaluate depending on what we find.
Alright, let's go suit up, I guess.
I think you both go into the hangar of the Ghost of Winter, and Chip is there, just doing a final checkup on Lákhesis. He says, "Oh, hey, just in time. Finished putting the wax on for you."
How long did it take you to wax the entire Leviathan?
About as long as it took you to get beaten up by one.
It ripped off my arms, Chip. That's not the same. It's too soon.
Also, it
I
doesn't
think-
take that long to rip arms off.
I think he
Jeff.
was talking about when it beat the shit out of you today.
We were beating the shit out of each other. How's your kidney?
I don't have a kidney.
Okay, well, where your kidney would be.
No, I'm not dignifying this.
Already did. You already acknowledged me.
Chip leans close to you and says quietly in your ear, but just quiet enough that, like, Atropos can hear, even if he wasn't mind-linked to you. Between you and me, I saw the lights flicker on and off in his cockpit while I was making sure things were calibrated properly.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We were beating each other pretty good.
Anyway, good luck out there, kids. If there's any aliens on board, try not to bring any eggs back with you.
No promises.
Is that a risk? Wait, is that a risk of the... Wait, hold on. Wait.
He is making a joke. There are no known xenomorphs.
I don't think you can call them xenomorphs.
I was trying to come up with the phrase xenobiological organisms, but then I had a slip of the tongue and said the thing that they're called in Alien, which is the thing that I believe he was referencing.
Okay, whoever's editing this, don't cut any of this out. Just bleep out the word xenomorphs.
I don't think it's just a compound word made of, like, Latin roots.
Right, but it's funnier if you bleep it out.
That's true.
Lexi is right.
Chip responds back, known being the key word.
Also, I bet those things are great, I tried to say poached, and...
Are we all having a stroke? Is everyone having a stroke?
I'm not okay.
No, we did the MCR playlist earlier this week, Lexi.
I have been deactivated for like a decade. You have to be niceys to me.
Yeah, I've kind of been too, like, on an emotional level.
I had my arms ripped off.
Yeah, but you're young. You can take it.
Young arms heal quick.
Oh, that would be a great song name.
Stop it.
What do we do with her arms, by the way?
I think they're just still in there.
Oh, that's gonna be like a sanitation issue. We gotta get rid of there.
That was definitely got...
Like, if no one else probably took care of him, I've got an incinerator on board. I definitely dumped him.
Yeah, I think I think fucking like Chip and Tristan had to deal with that.
And no one asked me what I wanted to be done with my arms.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. The doctor Dignity Lee, they took care of it.
What do you mean they took care of it?
What do you want to fucking, like, get him saved like your baby teeth?
Maybe I wanted to do a Viking funeral or something.
They've got they've got him flash frozen. What do you want from me?
Okay. With some ice, so...
That's fine. It's just the way you said it, they took care of it, that I wasn't a fan of.
Iris, how many single-digit number of lines through your notes have we made it?
I mean, a decent amount.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not really taking many notes anymore.
That's fair. I was worried we were just, like, not doing what you wanted us to do this week.
No, you're good. Yeah, so, you get in your Eidolons, you take off, you descend down into the atmosphere, and it's getting kind of hazy.
Uh-oh, y'all.
Shut the fuck up.
No!
But you've got advanced sensors, like you're going toward the radar blip on your screen. And you see the station come into view. It sort of looks like a bunch of modular boxes and rectangles, kind of like just jammed haphazardly onto each other. But also there are like a bunch of from this distance they look thin, but compared to a human body, they're very large, thick steel, very large, thick, like metal cables that dangle down from the bottom of the station and just go deep down through the atmosphere to where you cannot see the bottom. Those things are slowly harvesting and condensing some of the rare gases from the lowest depths of Uranus where it's frankly not particularly safe to take even industrial shuttles. But you're not there for that stuff. You, I think... Actually, what do you do now that the station is in sight?
I think first priority would probably be to like try and open up comms now that we're closer, see if there's anything in particular that was jamming them. Or would that just be risking exposing ourselves?
It's a great question.
I mean, we're here to investigate, right? Gotta do something.
True. We gotta get a good look at Uranus.
We're also
part of me that knew this was a mistake, but
You just said Neptune. We could be on Neptune right now. You decided this.
yeah, I did decide this.
And
You looked at the 9 planets, the 8 planets of our solar system, and you said, we're going to this one.
Neptune just seemed like the obvious option, and I didn't want to.
This is what happens. I'm trying to come up with you make an ass out of you and me, but you're on us. I think Mayve goes, also, we're in Leviathans. Like, we're not exactly subtle right now.
Yeah, they're gonna see us before we see them anyway, so we might as well just see what we can find.
Nothing like immediately stands out to you, like the station, like outer lights are still active. But one thing you do notice is that, like, you know, you're in atmosphere now, like you should be hearing some sounds. But you don't really hear any sounds of running machinery. It's mostly just the occasional creaking of the metal.
Atropos, can you, like, scan for life forms or something?
I can try and investigate.
Sure. Let's see, Atropos, what's your genius?
I think it's 1.
Yeah, you're a vanguard.
Yeah.
All right, you get the lovers.
Okay. What question do I want? I think we want what's hidden here.
Unfortunately, the lovers is your dissonant card.
It is your dissonant card.
Well, hey, that's experience.
Your brash actions cost you or your teammates something valuable. You may not break on through anything else as long as your dissonant card remains in the discard pile, which honestly won't be for too long because there's only 3 cards left.
Did somebody already tick XP?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember. Does dissonant tick the phantom clock as well, or?
It doesn't. No.
Okay. So what's hidden here? And it is your dissonant. Okay. Atropos. Okay. Here's. I'm gonna make kind of an assumption here, and you tell me if this doesn't fit Atropos's character. But I'm thinking that because, you know, normal comms didn't work this time, you'd probably just try to, you know, reach out with your mind to see if there were any, like, living consciousnesses still on board.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Because, like, that'd be a surefire way. So I think you do that. You just spread out your consciousness, and what you get back is there is just silence on the station. Whatever was there is not there anymore. You can't even get as much as, like, you know, some subconscious pings, like from maybe people who are asleep. There's just nothing. Which is worrying, because typically stations just don't get abandoned like that with no clear signs of damage.
So the question is, fled or dead?
The second path that happens from what you just did is, you know, sending out your consciousness is a great way to find living things, but it's also an extremely great way to signal to other Eidolons that you are there. And the ping you do get back after waiting for about 10 seconds for any sort of response from your scans is just a message that appears on your screen. It says, drumming song. I will shut you down.
We need to leave now.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Are you just trying to, like, get back up to the Ghost of Winter?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. As you activate your thrusters, I think you start to hear a, specifically only Atropos and Lákhesis hear a sound through your comm systems that is almost like a deep, rumbling music that goes rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And you try to, as you try to move up through the atmosphere back towards the Ghost of Winter, it's almost like you are hit by a spike of anxiety and despair. And you start to think to yourselves, why am I bothering? Maybe we should just give up now.
Yeah, so what happens to Atropos, though?
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Atropos, Lákhesis, there is one other thing you realize, that you've heard this before. You heard this right before you shut down the first time.
They're using whatever weapon or technique they used to disable us last time. Floor said that we had countermeasures, correct?
I think she said she was gonna work on countermeasures. I don't think she's got them yet.
Oh, we're fucked then.
Dax and Mayve, you can't hear anything at all.
What do you mean they're using... What? We don't see anything.
I'm gonna try to push through it and, continue retreating.
Okay. I think that is going to be... Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a POW draw, because you're just trying to, just ignore it. The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon.
Ooh, okay. Well, I guess the High Priestess.
All right. The High Priestess neutral, the supernatural acts through you. Atropos, why in this moment don't you want to shut down?
Because as much as I fucking hate Mayve, I don't want her to die.
Okay.
I don't really care about me. I care about saving the human I've got on me.
I think your desire to, protect Mayve from what's happening here, from what will happen to her if she gets stranded in the atmosphere, you draw additional, almost mental shielding directly from Mayve. And it is just enough to prevent a complete shutdown. You're still feeling sluggish. It's almost like you've taken a sleep aid and it's starting to kick in, but you can still make your systems go. And I think from out of the mist of the atmosphere, as you go higher, you almost collide with another Leviathan that is the same size as you, but this one is sleek and obsidian black and sharp. Like its hands are almost claw-like, and its like head is sort of shaped like a pyramid almost, and it reaches out for you with its claw toward your chest, and a beam of bright green light comes out of its palm to try and pierce your armor.
Can I try to get Lákhesis to intervene?
Yeah, absolutely. How are you and Lákhesis wanting to intervene?
Seeing it wind up to attack or whatever, I think we're going to just try and shove him out of the way. Does that make sense?
I dig that.
Yeah, sure. All right, that's going to be a scrap, I think. Let's see, how many what is your... Actually, since you are now sort of piloting in agreement here, we will choose whoever has the best
Well,
POW.
we're both one, so...
Right, got it. Never mind. So that's going to be the moon.
Oh, good.
And do you shuffle the deck now? Was that the last card?
Oh, no, there's one more left.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm just taking XP because I think probably not worth pushing. Let's just eat the negative, I think.
I mean, you can kill the deck and then get a shuffle going.
It wouldn't kill the deck; it'd put the moon right back.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no,
you're right. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
no.
Yep, nope, we're burning the moon.
Yeah, okay.
Take it.
A thing that might happen in a more literal sense.
Yeah, burning the moon. Yeah, we'll see. All right, something unknown or unknowable interferes. Yeah, I think you go to try and collide with Drumming Song, but you hear a different beat suddenly that just goes ba ba, and you Lákhesis, you almost instinctively stop in your tracks, even though Dax is still using the controls to try and push you forward. There's just
like a deer freezing in headlights.
Yeah, exactly. And
Is there a problem here?
I can't bring myself to go forward.
Lákhesis, that'll take you down to Winded, because you just had your own controls completely subverted by Drumming Song.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable.
Got psychically clotheslined. What do you mean you can't go on?
I am torn between the desire to move and an inability to do so.
Okay, so this thing is stopping you somehow.
Yes, I'm receiving a signal of some kind from it. I believe Atropos is as well.
Okay. Well, it feels a bit like cheating the whole system that the GM has set up here, but what if we try this? Soldier, this is no time to freeze up. I don't care what orders you're getting from out there. I don't care what is holding you back. Our comrades are in trouble, and we're in trouble if we do not move forward. So I want you to just push past whatever this is, get one foot in front of the other, as it were, and punch that machine.
Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to think. I think the closest to that would probably be a dazzle.
Yeah, that's what sounds right to me.
Yeah. You're essentially using a dazzle to beat Drumming Song's own influence.
Yeah, I'm trying to exert my will over theirs in this moment.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. So that'll be... Lamb is 3. Nice, okay. The Hermit, the Hanged Man, and Justice.
Well,
I mean, Justice is my resident, but I don't know if that helps here since you're the one doing the action.
yeah, no, I do think Justice, I think Justice works.
Okay.
Because it's pretty unfair that the mech I'm trying to pilot is refusing to do what I'm telling it to. I am a
Sure,
shell.
yeah. Yeah, I think... All right, here's how this'll work. You definitely can use your own will to like help override Drumming Song's effects on Lákhesis. However, in order to do that, you are going to like need to like let Lákhesis have a more direct link with your emotions and your feelings and your memories, so it can more directly like draw on your own
My own will.
mental energy.
Yeah. Okay. So I think seeing that Lákhesis is responding to it, but it's not enough. I'm gonna close my eyes and just say, fear on the battlefield. We talked about it before. It can drive a coward to acts of recklessness. It can drive a good soldier to disobey orders. It can drive a sane man to madness. But you can overcome it by connecting with your purpose. And our purpose on this battlefield right now is to stop this thing and report back what has happened. We can't do that if we stand here and just wait for the end. Are you with me?
I am with you.
Atropos, Mayve, it clearly sees you as the biggest threat. Which, to be fair, Atropos, you are both large and a threat. And it is going after you. I think it is it managed to like land a glancing blow from that first strike with its sort of beam palm dagger, but not enough to cause any cause your damage track to go down even further than where it is. So you are already both battered.
Huh?
But I think it is like seeing that you have slowed down. It is going to try and go for. It's going to try and go for like your center of mass, like the cockpit door.
I think Mayve goes, I know you don't like me, I know you don't trust me, but I have an idea.
That's the worst thing I ever could have heard.
Okay, fine, I'll do it without you. And I think Mayve wants to test something, and I'm gonna ask Iris and Luke if this is feasible. So,
Okay.
Atropos demonstrated that he could change, these arms were not arms, they were bits of Atropos that were remolded and made to be my arms.
Yeah, I think there's literally
Sure.
just raw metal down in some deep.
Yeah.
So there could be changes made to Atropos using those raw materials. And if Atropos could speak and move through Mayve's arms, is that connection two ways? Because I think Mayve would have an idea for, after brawling with Atropos, basically hijacking Atropos' arms and turning it into a rocket fist.
Okay. I mean, it would be like obliterating enemies by wielding a sword fueled by my hope for the future. They could be a rocket sword.
Well,
Yeah,
here's the thing. Yeah, I have not brought up what Atropos' Eidolon actually is until now. Like I said, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did it last
You did.
time.
We-
I said I
you-
brought out a sword and nothing happened. I don't think I said what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I obliterate enemies with a sword fueled by my hope for the future. Here's the thing. I don't have any hope for the future. That thing don't work.
But if you let Mayve, let Mayve link with you and be the dominant personality, she can give you the hope that your Eidolon needs for fuel.
I think even with wanting to save Mayve, #save Mayve, Atropos would not be willing to allow for that. So I think Mayve is going to have to do like an opposed draw here if that's what she wants to do.
That's fine.
Okay.
Like, I think I'm going to interfere with an attempt to fill me with hope.
Okay. That is going to be a scrap, because ultimately that's what you're trying to do is scrap with the honestly scrap with both simultaneously with Atropos and drumming song.
Yeah.
I mean, likely thing for May to do.
The star, judgment, and the world.
Well.
Atropos, what are you discarding? And also, I'll take the Phantom Claw.
I mean, I'll discard the world.
Okay. Well, geez, I guess without the world, I'll only have to pick the star.
A new path reveals itself. That path is performing the same mental link that made it so dangerous for Atropos to shut down completely in the first place. Mayve, like, you managed to, like, through force of will and, like, Atropos's own, like, weakness right now, break through his mental defenses. And you both feel what the other is feeling. Mayve, you feel Atropos's sadness and reluctance and despair. And Atropos, you feel Mave's determination and hope and anger. And Mayve, you win out. You take Atropos's controls, and you like form a blazing hot. Well, actually, no. Tell you what. What should the sword look like?
That's what I was going. Could we combine and like rocket fist, but the sword is like a Wolverine claw in the center of the hand, so it punches and stabs?
Yeah, I would say, like, under normal circumstances, what the sword would look like, you have, like, a metal sword hilt, and it is almost like a shower of sparks, almost like a, like, firework, like the kind that you'd put on the road, just, like, flare up real big. But it, like, holds the shape of, like, a blade, and it kind of, like, cycles through different colors.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Pretty sick. Shame you hate using it.
Yeah. It's not even that I hate using it, I literally cannot use it anymore.
We're changing that right here.
I tried to use it last time and it wasn't working.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so then I like Zoe's idea, where it is like this, Zoe, you form a like fist with Atropos, and that fist has Atropos's sword come out like through the middle of the knuckles, and it launches at drumming song, and it cleaves one of drumming song's arms clean off.
You ready to fight?
That
was to Atropos.
I think I respond. Do we have like the claws on both hands?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're Wolverine now.
Then I think I just do a follow-through punch with the other fist.
Okay. Tell you what, you just take the other arm off.
Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think drumming song, like, briefly, like, retreats. You can still see it, like, vaguely through the atmosphere. It's still right in front of you, but it's not, like, directly in your face anymore. Dax, Mayve, like, you start to see, like, the consoles inside your cockpit come to life, and you see now both the Leviathans and the pilots hear a sound that sounds like a just constant drum roll.
I am rushing towards this thing at this point.
Okay, that's a good thing, because as you're rushing towards it, your pilots see that it is trying to manually disengage the locks on the cockpits, like through the consoles. Like, it is attempting to take control of some emergency systems. Lákhesis, what are you attempting to do?
I think... Let's see. I'm still not getting any kind of communications from this thing except the drumming itself, right?
Right, it is not talking to you.
I am going to attempt to transmit that drumming back to it.
Okay. I'm gonna say that is a biz draw.
I have 3 biz.
Okay. Temperance, the Fool,
Fuck.
and the Lovers.
Alright, well, that's my dissonant.
You try to change something that should not be changed.
Incrementing
The GM
XP to 9.
We'll swap 2 of your stats for the rest of the session. This session isn't lasting much longer, but fuck it. Let's swap your biz and your pow.
Alright. So that puts me at 3 pow, 1 biz.
Yeah, I think what happens here is you attempt to, like, rebroadcast the song, but all that ends up doing is just, like, amplifying its effects. Mayve and Dax, you see, like, the cockpits, like, unlock and go slightly ajar, and suddenly there is, like, a whooshing sound as your cockpit starts to depressurize.
Problem.
Do we have suits on? Like, I assume
Yes,
we would
you definitely have
good.
suits on.
Good, I assumed.
There's no way Nova Carlisle would have let you go out without suits on.
Alright, I'd like to reveal my master plan.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I would say that the original effective drumming song, I think Dax probably sort of papered over. Would you say it's fair to say? Like, I didn't stop being anxious entirely.
Right, yeah.
And I think the thought of my pilot getting sucked out into the void is going to make me a lot more anxious.
Yeah,
that's a reasonable
I'm a
assumption.
little more anxious myself.
Yeah, and I think now that you're both mind linked, like, that anxiety is amplified twofold, because, like, you're both feeling what the other is feeling simultaneously.
I would like to channel all of that into essentially making a big ol' sea urchin shell of, I don't know if I ever officially said that my weapon... Last time I made a weapon out of metal. There's a big metal spike. I think this time it's going to be more like blood that hardens into crystal, just leaking out of all of Lákhesis' palms and forming, like I said, just a big spiked shell all around her as she attempts to kind of simultaneously keep Dax from flying out into the vacuum of space and just wrecking ball into drumming song's wielder.
So,
Okay.
Iris, I would also like to help
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Because if we are, we're more linked now, and if there's one thing career soldier Dax Burnside is really good at. It's taking his emotions on the battlefield and using them to shield himself to carry out his mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lákhesis is rendering in reality what he has always done in concept.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that the way this is working, because this is one of the gimmicks I was planning on doing anyway for this fight, because when you are properly mind linked, you essentially have a super multi-class Eidolon, where both sides are active at the same time. All power sets can be used in conjunction. For this sounds like it's going to be a scrap using your own anxiety as fuel. You're going to draw 4, because Maxie, you have a 3 in POW now, and Lexi, you have 1.
All right, I'll take that. I'm not complaining about that.
So that's going to be the Emperor, the Chariot, the Sun, and Strength.
I think strength.
Yeah, I mean, strength sounds kind of perfect for what we're doing here.
Yeah, let's go with strength.
Sure. You triumph through force. You use like your anxiety and form it into a ball of like spiky blood crystals, and like even Lákhesis, you've done something similar to this before, like during the first rebellion. But even you're a little surprised by how long and how sharp you were able to make this new weapon. And you slam it straight into Drumming Song's chest. It pierces its Eidolon drive and spreads out from the center, and just like you see more spikes erupt from the torso of a Drumming Song as it immediately shuts down, and suddenly that anxiety is just not completely gone, because there's still the air leaking out, but like it is like the drumming song is gone, and all the music is gone, and like your anxiety is no longer super heightened.
Hey, how are Atropos and Mayve doing?
I think as soon as the like airlock situation started, the like blades and the fist just immediately like sputtered out, and Atropos kinda not literally shut down, but sort of like almost curled up as much as its like big blocky body can, and like moved to like guard its like door with its hands, and it just like went unresponsive.
I think Mayve digs her, like uses her big metal hands and actually just like crunches them down so they are like, she's got finger grips in the metal below her. She's not budging. And goes, I'm not going anywhere. Stand up and fight.
No, Victor, no.
I think we got it. You're... Atropos, it's fine.
Do you think that was going to kill me?
No, of course not.
Eidolon Playtest is produced by Audio Entropy. You can support the show by telling your friends about us, following us on Blue Sky and Tumblr, joining the Audio Entropy Discord server, link in the show notes, or by subscribing to us at patreon.com/Eidolon Playtest. Subscribers get access to all sorts of rewards, such as the Eidolon and Threadspinner design sessions where Luke and Molly make the dang games we play, GM notes for every episode of the show, and plenty of bonus episodes where we play other tabletop RPGs or talk about our thoughts on musicians referenced on the show, or Iris plays Toho and I make fun of her every time she dies badly. This month, I'd like to give a shout out to the following $5 and up Patreon subscribers: Miglig, Bren, AM, Hunter Vic, Belu Arawir, Dan, Catricorns, Nice Splot, Molly H, The Catfangs, Cancakes, Molly Rose, Spam, Hypergravity, Amber Weaver, Shrimp Dono, Dexy1, Adam R, Richard Wood, Tawty Mona, Chelsea Varner, Lexicon, Julie Lowe, Billa Vitanen, and Moxie Doherty. Eidolon Plus Machine will be back in 1 week. That's February 2nd for Patreon subscribers and February 9th for everybody else. Stay warm, y'all!